Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, we're looking at another large block ship, and this one is called the Scoundrel's Refuge, which is this lovely thing right here. So this is a large block ship that's ultimately used as a safe haven for the pirate and other nefarious type of people. It's got a few docking ports on the side there, it's got grinding drones to destroy any wreckages that are ultimately caused by you, it's got plenty of cargo space on here, and a fairly large interior. Pressing F10 and finding the Scoundrel Refuge in the form menu, there it is. This thing is 1,531 large blocks, using the Decorative Block number 1 and number 2, the Wasteland, Warfare 1 and Sparks of the Future DLC packs. It features no mods, and does have all the information about the ship written on the workshop page. So giving this a thumbs up, then moving all the way around to the very front here, we'll have a very brief look around the outside, then we'll walk around it and see what it has to offer. So at the very front here, this is what we get. We've got two blinding red spotlights to create a ominous glow as this vehicle approaches you. We then got two interior turrets to help with any pesky law enforcement that try to stop you. Then as we move around the side here, what we're going to see is a bunch of brown cargo containers to store all your illicit goods. As we continue along, we're going to see some white steel blocks. Along the top here, they're going to be to house our grinding drones that we can send out and grind up any kind of ship that dared get close to us. And right below here, we've got some spikes that are just being there for some additional decoration. As we continue along, we've got a connector and catwalk set up to allow a large ship to dock up and get inside. And as we move along the main body, we do have a catwalk to walk all the way along and to access our thrusters and jump drives. As we move along towards the back here, what we're going to see is even more of our white spikes, but this time they're going to be used as a docking port to allow a medium-sized ship to dock up underneath this ship. And over to here we do have a solar panel set up with one damaged one and a bunch more damaged blocks because pirates are not going to keep on top of maintenance, so they're simply going to steal stuff off your ship and attach it onto theirs. And towards the back there, we've got another Gatling gun, we've got some more hydrogen thrusters, some large hydrogen tanks, then towards the back there, a couple ion thrusters to help us move around in space. Then putting my light on, we've got another rear docking port, another Gatling gun, and we've got some good use of our wheel suspensions being used as decorative pieces. As we move up, what we're going to see is one hell of a lot of walkways to allow you to wander around the top of this thing and maybe weld stuff up if it got damaged in combat, or maybe just attach some more stuff on that you've stolen off other ships. So turning off my, actually I'll keep my light on for the moment. What we're going to see is a bunch of piston heads being used as decorative pieces. We've got an antenna to make sure we can always find this thing. We can see all the catwalks, all the conveyors going along the middle. We can see our solar panel on the opposite side. We can see some red and green lights. And as we continue all the way along here, we've got an ore detector being used as a decorative piece. Although you could use it if you want to. You could go up to an asteroid and see if there's any precious goods on there. See there on the opposite side, we've got a docking port for 3 small ships, so you can have 3 fighters docked up on this and deploy them when you need it. And we can see the jump drive on the opposite side. Then moving towards the front there are 3 grinding drones, there's our cargo containers, and there I am standing at the very front. Moving down and past our spotlight, so there's our interior turrets, and then underneath here, this is what we get. So these are the white spikes we saw earlier, and there are cargo containers. And as we move along towards the back there, we'll see another antenna setup. We can see below our docking pad on this side, and there's our jump drive on the opposite, another interior turret. And as we move towards the back here, here is our medium ship docking bay with a doorway to get in and out of the station. Then going towards the very back there's some more conveyors, there's the bottom of our hydrogen tanks, and that is the very back. So that is a very brief look around the outside because we are going to walk around the top there and we will get a better view at what's going on. So grabbing hold of my character, what we're going to do is come over to this catwalk right here and turn around. So this is the end of our passage and we can just look around here, we can see our grinding drones right above us, like so. And as we walk along here, we have a little gap down inside there where we can see conveyors and some batteries. And we see the other catwalk going across to our connector for our medium or large ship to dock up to. As we walk around on these catwalks, we come through another passageway. There's our grinding drone in all its glory. It is a remote control drone, so we'll need to be sitting in a seat to to control this thing. Walking along, here's some hydrogen thrusters, so it's going to get quite toasty as we walk along here. There's our ore detector, laser antenna, another ore detector. There's our solar panels, which could use a touch-up if you are wanting to complete it. Walking around towards the back there, there's an antenna. There's the lovely Skybox, which will also be in the description below if you do wish to play around with it. Walking around, there's our thrusters at the back, there's our hydrogen tanks. Then we come down to this section right here. We can walk all the way towards the back where we've got some cargo crates to store a few bits and bobs in. We've got our component shelves, which is from the Wasteland DLC pack. Then walking towards the very back, this is where the other connection point is, and where our thrusters and ion thrusters are sitting. So before we go inside, we will just walk around the opposite, which is going to be a very short journey. We're just going to walk around here, we can peer down at our hydrogen thrusters and tanks. We can continue walking around where we're going to be instantly stopped by this. You can get a good look all the way around here, then just walking all the way around to where I just was. So opening up this section, we're going to come into an airlock where we've got a button to pressurize the interior. We also got a window to peer outside at our damaged solar panels. Then we can just walk through here, then we come to the main section of the ship. So walking down this section first of all, we're going to come to a small armory locker, then we're going to turn around and we're going to come to a doorway. Putting my jetpack and coming all the way down, this is going to be to our lower docking port, which is the one between our white spikes. So there we are with that. So yes, we'll just close that up, open up that because I closed it in on myself, going like that, and walking back up. Now come to the proper interior, which is across this very small walkway. So on the inside here, we've got a bunch of nuclear reactors to shove some uranium inside for additional power, a medical bay to respawn on and change your outfit, some lockers, some weapon lockers, and turning around to here, we've got a programmable block with nothing going on with it, and a small chair to sit on. Turning around and continuing along, we've got 2 beds to sleep on, an air vent to make sure you don't suffocate, a toggle button for the lights, but unfortunately the lights do not seem to work, and we've got a few more ways to go. So opening up this doorway right here, this is going to lead to the outside, which is going to be for our small ship docking ports, where we can see right here a connector and some unfinished blocks. Walking around over to here, a similar setup, and then we've got one final setup over here. We can look around at the ship, our batteries, and the lovely Skybox. Walking all the way around over to here, we do have a sneaky area where we can access some conveyors if they do need repairing up, but that's entirely up to you if they took damage in combat. Anyway, coming back around and through here, opening up this doorway, this is going to lead to our kitchen bay. We've got a small table to eat your food on, an LCD screen right behind us showing us our clan cola, a taste that's out of this world, and then our kitchen table for your chef to cook something up or just sling cans of Coke at your friends. And a small sitting area right here to sit on, and then another doorway which is going to lead to the outside, which is going to be right next to our large cargo containers. So once the smoke is gone, there's our cargo containers, and there's a docking port we saw at the very start. Coming back through, and we've got one more place to go, which is further down into the ship. So through our kitchen bay, opening up this doorway, we got this set of stairs right here. So moving all the way down, then instantly turning around, we've got a small toilet. Then continuing down the stairs, all the way down to here. This is our control room. We've got a few seats that I have set up myself, and the main cockpit in the middle. But front and center, we've got a button for the lights on and off. We've got an unfinished conveyor just going around here for some extra decoration, a window to peer outside, a weapon rack to store some ammunition and guns in, then we've got a few seats. So these seats I have set up myself, and these are to control the drones on these sides. So take a remote control, turning on the thrusters, undoing the connector, and now we can lift up a drone that you can see right there. We can fly all the way towards the screen here, here it comes, and it's going to be grinding away, and will destroy the camera. So here he comes, it's very drunk today, and well, it just missed the camera. Anyway, coming over to this one, this is our proper drone, so doing it properly, turning on our thrusters, disconnecting it, we can now drive this thing around and start grinding up any blocks that come close. So here we go, we're going to come forwards and start grinding away this steel block. It's got a small cargo container on it, so you don't have to worry about how much it's going to store in before wasting it. And if I bring the free camera over and get a better look at it, there we go. We got number 7, which is going to be for our rotating light. We got number 5 for some great spotlights to light up the darkness. A number 9 to turn on and off some lights around it. batteries, auto or discharge, and well, now that's stuck over there. So we'll just come over to this one. We then got a bottom facing camera so we can disconnect this easily, and a forward facing camera so we can see what we're doing. So there we are with the drones. Coming out of that, moving over to this seat, I set these up for the turrets so we can shoot any of the drones that, well, get disconnected because someone turned off the batteries. So there we are with that. We can take control over all the guns around the ship. And coming out of that to one final seat, which is our main flight seat to move this station around. I am calling it a station because that is basically what it is. It's a barge, which is what's stated on the workshop page. But yes, you'll be floating around and allowing your pirate friends to come and dock up, maybe even trade some of their goods that they're stolen or salvaged, and they'll be on their way. On tab number 1, we got on and off for our Gatling guns around the ship, with number 2 being on and off for our interior turrets around the ship. Number 3, number 4 is to turn off our thrusters, with 3 being our hydrogen thrusters and 4 being our ions. Number 5 is to stockpile our hydrogen tanks on and off, with number 6 being our batteries to auto or recharge. Number 7 is for our lights on the interior, so coming into here and pressing that, we can turn them on and off. And number 8 is for our batteries on and off. Number 9 is for our jump drive, where we can jump 2,000 kilometers, so let's go do that right now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. And that was a lovely jump. Tab number 2, 3 and 4 is empty, so what we can do now is a very quick thruster test. Then we can find an asteroid and slam it straight into it. So moving forwards, this is what we get. Is to be expected, very, very slow. Coming to a stop as well is surprisingly good. In fact, if we reverse, we're much faster. Anyway, yes, coming to a complete stop, then moving left. This is what we get. Once again, we are very, very slow. Moving right. There we go with that. In fact, I think I just got my left and rights mixed up, but you get the idea. Going down, very slow once again, and going up, again, very slow. So it seems like moving backwards is the oddball out. Moving my mouse around, this is what we get. To be expected, very heavy, very draggy with the controls, but it does suit this type of ship. So what we're going to do now is fly over to this asteroid in the distance, and we're going to slam it with our face. So moving all the way forwards, hopefully we are in line with it. There's no camera at the very front, which would be very useful. So I'm going to line myself up like so, get to maximum speed, and then I'll cut back to when I'm about to hit it. And here we go, we are now approaching the asteroid. As per usual, there will be a link to this ship and Skybox in the description below if you do wish to download and play around for it yourself. I highly recommend you do. And here we go with the finale crash. Oh my god, wow, that just, wow, Lord Clang just ate it. It just ate the ship, and look at the hole we made. Wow, who needs a mining ship? We can just slam these into the asteroids. Wow, just putting my light on. Going around to here. That's a lot of damage. Now we can come through here. I'm just going to find the free camera. Oh, this might be it. That is it. Looking through the asteroid. That's quite some distance we slammed all the way through. And having a look around here, we seem to be, well, the cafeteria's gone, but we still got 2 tables, and we got a sign sitting right there, a couple of floating Gatling guns. Overall, we seem to be in pretty good shape, and we can still use this as a rudimentary station. But yes, like I said, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another one some point soon. Bye bye.